Here's the question that decides how your worst day ends if a ransomware crew encrypted your Microsoft 365 data this afternoon, or an administrator deleted it on the way out the door. Could you get it all back? Most IT directors at banks, credit unions, and mortgage companies assume the answer is yes, because Microsoft runs the platform, and Microsoft is Microsoft. That assumption is where the trouble starts. Microsoft 365 does not back up your data the way you think it does, and Microsoft says so in writing. I'm Justin Kirsch with Access Business Technologies. Let me show you where the gap is and what your examiner expects you to do about it. Start with the framework Microsoft uses. It's called the shared responsibility model. Microsoft operates the infrastructure, the data center, the network, the service that keeps Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams running. But your data and protecting it stays with you. Microsoft's own documentation puts it plainly. Quote, "For all cloud deployment types, you own your data and identities." So what does Microsoft give you for deleted content? Time-boxed recovery. In SharePoint and OneDrive, a deleted item is recoverable for a total of 93 days. Then it's permanently gone. In Exchange, deleted item retention is 14 days by default. These are real safety nets for an everyday mistake. They are not a backup. Now, a sharp IT director pushes back. We use Microsoft Purview retention policies. Doesn't that cover us? Fair question. Purview retention is a compliance and records control. You absolutely should use it, but it is not a backup. Retention answers one question: did we keep this record long enough? A backup answers a different one: can we restore everything to how it looked last Tuesday after this attack? There are 3 ways data disappears that native recovery does not stop. 1, ransomware. The attacker empties the recycle bins on the way out. 2, a compromised administrator purging content with full authority. 3, the quiet one, silent data loss nobody notices until the clock runs out. The fix is not complicated. You pair your native retention with an independent, immutable backup of Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams, plus documented, tested recovery. Immutable means stolen credentials cannot delete the backup. Tested means you have actually restored from it. Here is where the regulators come in, and the specifics matter. For credit unions, the National Credit Union Administration, the NCUA, has a rule, 12 CFR Part 749, that requires a written records preservation program and duplicate vital records stored offsite. For banks, it's called the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act and the Interagency Guidelines. For mortgage companies and non-bank lenders, it's the Federal Trade Commissions and the Safeguard Rule. And on top of all of that, the FFIEC, the Federal Financial Institutions Examination Council, pushes a business continuity handbook that leads examiners to expect that you back up and that you test your recovery and that you keep the evidence on file. So, when an examiner asks how you would recover your Microsoft 365 data and you cannot show a tested process, that is a finding waiting to happen. This is what we do at ABT. We are a Tier 1 Microsoft Cloud solution provider, and we manage the Microsoft 365 tenant for more than 750 banks, credit unions, and mortgage companies. We close this gap on 3 fronts. We configure your native retention correctly through the Microsoft 365 Guardian operating model. We run an independent, immutable backup with tested recovery, and we produce the exam evidence, the tested recovery results, and the proof your examiner asks for. So if you are not certain you could get your data back, that is worth a conversation before the afternoon you find out the hard way. Talk to Microsoft 365 specialist at ABT, and let's review where your data protection posture actually stands The full written breakdown is in the description. I'm Justin Kirsch. See you in the next one.